When you're ready, hi, my name is.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like after I pressed this button.
We're already there. We did it.
Hi, my name is GRAEME, and this is 60 seconds.
Nope, just hi, my name is.
Okay. This is okay. Hi, my name is GRAEME.
All right.
No, I'm gonna redo that. Hold on one second.
All right.
Hi, my name is GRAEME.
Graham. Who is Graham?
GRAEME is my middle name. It's my actual middle name. I just decided to use it for my artist name. I've kind of had it the whole time, and now I'm just bringing it to the forefront. I had a long period of time where I was trying to pick artist names, and I was trying to determine whether it had good Google ability and whatnot. And at one point I think I was going to go by Helix or something, and then I was like, no, that's already a word, and if you Google it, there's a bunch of other artists and songs and whatnot. But GRAEME kind of just came to me when I was thinking what could I do with my name I already have, and it was just, it's already there. Fish to Fry. I named my debut single after that because it's just shit I gotta do. I have fish to fry. I have things I need to do, and it's kind of just me getting on my own ass about you need to do this. You need to make sure you're recording after work and working on music as much as possible, and stopping the slacking and stuff.
Where was it recorded?
I recorded Fish to Fry in my car, every second of it. And I made sure it was all one take for the verse, and spent too long trying to get it all mixed, and it's finally out, all platforms. I received a lot of love on the song, and I was surprised because to me the song is kind of it's decent, but I was just surprised how many of my friends went and listened to it and streamed it and shared it on their stories, and seeing I would go through Instagram and it was on a few people's stories in a row, and I was this is I'm not famous, but this is insane. This is my music that everyone's listening to, and I mean, not everyone, but it felt everyone was supporting me, and I didn't receive any negativity or hate on it, which is amazing, I think. My friend Jay with Benefits is the one who kind of encouraged me to do some kind of modeling type stuff with him. I'd say we do something probably once a month for the past little while here. He really encourages me to kind of open up and get my creative process going in a sort of different way that I'm used to. I always feel mad awkward when I'm doing it, but the pictures are worth it. Well, if I can count it as a song, the first I don't know if I'd count it as a song. The first thing I wrote was a slam type poetry for school, and I wrote it for a class. They were oh, we're gonna do this for creative writing, and I wrote out this big long thing. It was 2.5 pages. It took 3 minutes to say, and I did it for the assignment, and everyone was yo, you should do this at the talent show. And I was I don't know about that. And eventually they kind of they encouraged me to do it, and I did it. And once I did it, I was about to leave the school, and then they called everyone back up on stage, and I was oh yeah, they're gonna announce a winner for this. That's cool. And then it was me, and I was oh shit, everybody really liked this. And then I realized when I went home that I just wanted to keep writing stuff like that, and it really quickly evolved into rap and hip hop, and I just kept going from there.
That's a great little origin story right there, ain't it? That's how he got superpowers. How long have you rapped for then? Is that where it started? Probably right there?
I would say it started right about then. Yeah, so about 3 years I've been writing and just trying to find my voice as a rapper. I've hated my voice for the longest time, and it's weird because now, I work a drive-thru, I work at Taco Bell, and I have people come up and they're you have a really nice voice, you should be on radio someday. And I know they mean I should be a radio announcer, but I'm oh, I will be.
Songwriting process.
Oh, that's a toughie. I almost always start when it's really inconvenient for me. Like, I'll come up with like a good like 4 lines that I really like a lot while I'm like in the middle of working, or like I'm driving and I have to like pull over, or like I gotta like ask to go, like I've legitimately asked to go to the bathroom before at work just so that I could go and type on my phone and be like, okay, I gotta finish this later. Often it just starts with I typically come in with, I like to try to start strong, so like it'll be like some specific wordplay that I thought of, and that'll be like the beginning of the verse, or something that's like unconventional that I haven't heard anybody say is what I like the first bit of the verse to be. It's I think writing is super fun, but I always start so many more things than I finish. Always. It's like a constant, like there's little mini paragraphs in my phone, just like pages and pages and pages of them. My note section is just like brimming with like 2 lines at a time type stuff, where like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna finish this, and then I come across it like 2 years later, I'm like, oh, I didn't finish that. I was like, but I do finish things, and things I've finished so far, hopefully you guys will hear soon. Honestly, I really do make music for like myself. What I want to sound like is kind of just based in my influences, and I think there's a million young people easily who are just like me, who are, you know, working in fast food or working some 9-to-5 retail job or whatever, and they just want to create, and they don't want to do that for the rest of their life, and they also don't want to take like a conventional path. And I think I'm talking to all of them at the same time I'm talking to myself.
What could you not live without?
Well, this is gonna seem like I really couldn't live without music, honestly.
That's the one?
Music is constantly going through my head, and if I can't listen to it, I have to just make it in my head or recreate it, or I'm like humming or like beatboxing under my breath or whatever at work. I don't like the idea of music just not being there. I listen to it as often as I possibly can. And the funny thing is, I'm not always varying it as much as I possibly can. Like sometimes I will listen to like the same 3 songs all day. Like if those are the things I'm feeling, like that's what I'm listening to. But I mean, I do try to listen to a lot, and like almost every new like hip hop project that drops, I'll at least like try it out, because I just want to see what's going on, what the climate is like. I feel way more serious about that than I've ever felt about any task at my job.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like, oh, we got this customer's order wrong. I don't care. Yes. I promise you, I care more that I took way too long to listen to that Nas album. Like I promise you, I care so much more about the album I should have listened to a month ago when it dropped than about the fact that we put red sauce on your burrito by mistake.
Where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
In 5 years, I'm going to be 26.
All right, next question. Is that it? Is that the answer? We're going to elaborate?
In 5 years, I really hope I can be very minimal, or be able to like quit my day job. And just be like, even if I'm like still a starving artist at that point, I'd rather be a starving artist than a thriving cubicle worker. Hip-hop is, I think, the most like culturally important thing to happen to the past few generations. It speaks for so many different minds and so many different backgrounds and experiences, and it is so varied in its sound and its messages. And I think people that talk down on hip-hop are only talking about like mainstream stuff that's, you know, misogynistic or whatever, but that those kind of things exist everywhere. Hip-hop is also like, it just permeates everything. I think it, like right now, especially like other music types that are trying to get more popular are using elements from hip-hop to do so, because they're just, I don't know, they're just so innate. Like rhythm is so central, and like barren words, even without melody, are are central, and it just seems like it's like if you made the human soul into like a genre or like a culture. I feel like hip hop just brings a lot of those good elements out in the best possible ways. So that's why.
What makes an impactful song?
An impactful song to me is going to be different than what it is to you or to somebody else. But I think often what makes like a unique impactful song is something that touches on what you feel rather than just what you show. When a song can kind of communicate something that is more internal, I think it's so much more powerful than just talking about like surface level type stuff. That's not stereotypical, superficial stuff. I think a lot of times like there's really funny songs that are super relatable. I don't think songs have to be serious to be entirely like what's the word you use? Impactful. Yeah. Like there, and in terms of like impact on culture, like Fuck the Police, like songs like oh my god, it's gonna be a big gap right here. Me thinking of super impactful songs. I think songs like Swimming Pools, songs like
I'd say Good Kid, Mad City as an album.
Honestly, yeah, the whole album, which just recently like passed as the longest charting hip-hop album.
Did not know that.
Yes, that was like this week that happened. It has been on for every week except for one for the past like 6 years.
No way. I was just talking to somebody about that album earlier today. Ratchet Roderick, the other interview I did today. I was talking to him about Good Kid, Mad City and how good of an album that was. And he told me he hadn't listened to To Pimp a Butterfly yet. And I was like, what? What? And he said, just because of this conversation, I'm going to go listen to it. And I was like, yeah.
You should have already done that.
Yeah, like,
but that's one of the three main albums that got me entirely like serious about hip-hop in general. Like,
which one?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Old school or new school?
Oh God, that's so hard. For me as an artist personally, I take a lot of influence from old school lyricism, but I take also a lot of influence from new school sounds, and especially like I like modern flows a lot. I think the way flow has evolved and changed is super cool. I think especially started once we got into like the late 90s, flows were getting really intricate and had a lot more internal rhyme and stuff like that. And the more you can like convey a message at the same time as like putting it in some crazy rhyme scheme, the more impactful the song, I think. What's next for GRAEME for me is I'm definitely gonna give you guys a few more singles, and I've got my concept laid out for my first album. I don't even want to set a date on when that's supposed to drop, but it's in the works.
It's in the works.
It's in the works. I've also got some collaborations going down, and I think it's just good for practice in general, but yeah, I'm constantly working on music. I'd say honestly the biggest thing is for new artists starting out, especially in rap specifically, don't talk about what you don't know about. It's gonna get you so much farther if you can speak truthfully about your own personal experience. It just speaks volumes about who you are as well when they hear you, and it's the things you're saying are backed up by your actual life, your actual experience. It's gonna sound corny as hell, but be true to yourself. Like don't try to be somebody else. I mean, you can wear your influences on your sleeve, and especially a lot of new artists, it's very evident. Like, you know, you could listen to me right now or a lot of my friends right now, or a lot of up and coming artists, and you could say, okay, well, here are the three main influences. You can hear it. You can hear it sometimes in the way someone pronounces a word, puts a flow together, the beats they pick, etc. But as long as it is true to who they are, I never think it's gonna sound bad.
And all you gotta say now is, this has been 60 Seconds with, and then your name.
What's my name? Somebody give me a name. This has been 60 Seconds with GRAEME.
Oh, one more time.
This has been 60 Seconds with GRAEME.